Welcome back to the Traderscale Success Stories. We're here today again featuring Cristina Gooc, who has achieved notable payouts with us multiple times, getting that consistency in. And yeah, really proud to have her back on. So welcome back, Cristina. How are you today?
I'm feeling fantastic.
Brilliant.
Thanks,
Brilliant.
Andrew. And you?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm getting it. Um, guys, if you don't know Christina, she was on with us a few months ago, and someone's navigated like the highs and the lows, and she's really built that consistency. So, and it's nice again to have another female on the show. We've had a couple on now, and it's one of those questions that we don't really know why it's a male-dominated industry, but we're trying to kind of get as many girls involved in the industry as possible because we want to make it 50-50, right? But Christina's been slaying
Right.
it. So let's go straight into it. So Christina, we already know you're from Canada, right? If I remember correctly.
Right.
That's the one. And
Right.
what is your age again? I forgot your age.
I'm 47.
Exactly. But you've got those Asian genes, so you look a lot younger than that.
Oh, look at you, Alex. Thank you.
Yeah, well, my mother taught me man as well. Okay, so how much have you got paid with Traderscale total?
Uh, More than 7,000 now.
More than 7,000.
7,000.
Okay, brilliant. And that's over two or three payouts, is it? Or something like that?
Three.
Three
Yeah.
payouts. Brilliant.
This month.
Brilliant. Really smashing that consistency. I love to see that. So let's go right back to the beginning. For people who don't know you, we're going to do it slightly differently this time. So what was life like before you started trading? We know you're a nurse, right? Is that
I'm in a healthcare industry,
okay?
not particularly a nurse.
Okay, okay, brilliant, brilliant. Okay. So what was life like before you were doing trading? What did you do for day to day?
Yeah, I'm in a 9 to 5 job. Really pretty boring. Well, for many people from Trader Scale team would say, yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't have much trading experience at the beginning, and I never had um, anything coach me or anything like that.
No.
So pretty amazing to just be in a team who is working hard, not just for their own success, but for your own success as well.
You're absolutely smashing it, to be fair. You're one of our best traders, I think. We're most consistent, definitely. But I'm sure you're going to be one of our highest paid at some point. So, have you been on the leaderboard at all?
But no, I went back to school too. That's the
Oh,
thing. That's why.
so you're just kind of like doing it whenever you can, sort of thing. It's
Yeah,
not like like a set time every day. You're trading just when the time's right, sort of thing. Am I correct in saying that?
correct.
Okay, that's nice as well because it's not like I guess that with that you wouldn't be trying to push and force a trade. You know, maybe if you miss one, you're like, well, I missed that one. There'll be another one when I'm free, when you're fully focused. Is that correct?
Yes.
Brilliant, brilliant. So, when let's go from right from the beginning. What did you want to be growing up?
Well, I'd like to be a leadership role in our company, but then at the same time, I'd like to make sure that I am covered financially.
So, were you always interested in finance? Or was it something that came out of like nowhere?
I work with previously prior to coming to Canada. I work with global investment banking services, so it's
Oh,
Deutsche Bank. So
ah,
that's where I've seen trading and all that stuff.
there
But
you
I didn't
go.
have the license. You have to have a license initially, and then I thought, oh, okay. So you have to go back to school, prepare for courses, pass the licensure exams. Whereas here, nothing.
No, no, exactly. I think it's become more accessible. I've talked about this before, but back in the day, you didn't have prop firms, so who's got 100,000 just lying around, like not many people, like not many people at all. So then it's like, but now it's become more accessible because these prop firms are there, and it's people like, well, I can try it out, educate myself, and then take it step by step, and you know what I mean? You don't have to put your own 10,000 in to a broker to like make substantial amounts. So kind of works well. I think, with especially with social media, it's like notably more accessible now. Was there a particular moment or something that was like, I could do this?
There was just this burning desire for you to ultimately be financially free.
Okay.
I cannot do that on my 9 to 5 job,
No.
but yeah,
You could
but where
sustain, definitely
yeah,
sustain and be fine. You know what I mean? Yeah, like it's one of those ones, but it's not going to make you like free. It's not going to give you the freedom, maybe, or it's not going to give you the mega bucks that you want. I guess that was the lifestyle. I guess some people chase. I definitely do. So,
Yes.
do you remember when you first actually placed a trade, and how did it feel? What was going through your mind?
Scared?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yes, because initially you don't know exactly what's it's going to be like.
No, no.
That's like my life saviors.
I got you. I got you. Yeah, no, I was the same. I think I was really nervous when I put my first one. I think I put, six or 700 into a broker account on MT4. Didn't really know what I was doing. Just clicked buy and realized the lot size was too big. And I was like, whoa, and it was gold. So it was going. I was like, and then ended up making quite a bit of money, then lost it all, obviously. That was 5 years ago, but so were you using a demo at the time, or were you using your own money?
I was using initially a demo, and then uh yeah, it's and then right after that I've worked with, I mean, studied MT4s and MT5s, which one works for me best,
Yeah.
and then stumble upon this Traderscale ultimately.
Yeah, awesome. That's great news. Great news. And like I said, we're always happy to facilitate that, and it's nice to see people coming back on and actually doing really well. So yeah, reality check. Let's go into like the early struggles. Let's be like quite clear about this. Trading is not easy for anyone watching this. It's not easy. Sometimes people get it super quick. Like I think you actually you picked it up well quick, and Steve Lawfer got it real quick. He's like 6 months or 8 months in. I mean, it took me 4 or 5 years to really get it. So I treat it like a degree sort of thing. So did you really struggle in the first couple of months, or was it something that it just kind of came naturally to you? How did you feel about it?
I had to struggle initially, actually. Before I stumbled upon Trader Scale, I had a really just a 2,000 to start with. And then I went up to 5,000 for just a couple of months. And then the next thing I know, I was blasting it. But then all of a sudden, there was this, the psychology wasn't there at all.
Yeah.
So I went too greedy, and then all of a sudden, from 5,000 down to 1,000 again. So
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It is what it is. Like, I think you get a couple of wins. You're like, I got this, and then all of a sudden the overconfidence thing creeps in, and then all of a sudden, boom, you go back down to where you were, and then you're like, oh my god, this is scary. That's exactly what happened to me. I was just like, oh, dude, this is so hard. Like, and then I ended up losing the 600 or 700 quid that I put in, which is not that it's not like that much at the time. I just needed to feel what it was like, though. But it went up to like I doubled it, and I was like, oh, I've got this. But then that's the overconfidence is like the first hurdle, right? You're like, I got it. And then you start putting everything on because you think you're gonna win everything, and then yeah, then you just get slapped in the face. But
exactly.
it is what it is. The markets are there and they're not that easy, guys. So yeah, if you're watching this from home, like don't be trying to do that. In my opinion, anyway, it's not like financial advice, but just don't be trying to slam loads of money in and think you're going to win everything straight away. You might get a bit lucky and blah 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 blah, but it's probably better to educate yourself. Just a word of advice there. So, what were some of the biggest challenges you faced early on? Do you think?
Not reading the fine print,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The small.
especially with the rules.
Yeah, the
Especially with the
one that got
rules.
me as well. I used to trade on my Forex funds, and I think I just like broke a rule, but it was like something so stupid. Like, and I was like, why didn't I just check that?
And I
Yeah,
didn't know that there was a deduction too.
yeah, no, exactly. It's like I've had that a few times, like over the past few years, and I'm like, why didn't I just check that? Because every firm is different, right? But when you get used to one firm, it's kind of like solidified. Then you know what's what, right? So yeah, that's good. So did you have any like rock bottom moments when you were like, I'm going to quit, or were you always like fully focused?
Every day is a learning experience, and I don't mind learning few things here and there. So that's
That-
okay.
That's good.
It's
I like
part of
that.
all. It's part of the journey.
I like that. I like that. What helped you sort of keep going? Was this one sole motivation, or was there multiple?
It's just like raising children. It takes a village. It's not just myself. I had some friends also who went and got into trader scale. I encouraged them from the other part of the world. So yeah.
Ah,
And
nice.
then all of a sudden we're like three, four, five, and the next thing we know, there we've joined a community as well. So
Ah, nice. It's nice that you brought some people with you. And I'm glad that I'm assuming you're all happy. It was funny. I was just interviewing Mohammed Yassin. He's a really, really good guy, really good trader. He's only been trading 2 years, but he was really technical and with his answers. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I just got paid out. I think it was 3,000 or something. I can't remember." But then he was like, and then there was a guy behind him. He was like, "Oh, he's trading with me too. He just got paid out 6,500." And he just popped in the screen. He was like, "Hello." I was like, "Oh, brilliant." So everyone's happy. Like he's just behind him. So I was like, "Yeah, you two trade together." So it was like a double interview in the end. So that was good. So every trader I've had on you, like we've talked about a turning point. You know, when you first got on the show, I think you got paid was it 2,000 something?
1800.
2,800. Now you're on 7,000.
Roughly 7,200.
7,200. So every trader has talked about a turning point. And I know you were on $2,800 before. Now you're on 7,200 nearly. Where was the moment that you thought, I've got this? The consistency's there now.
Well, as I've said, it still is a part of the group. I feel that the more I know the trading, the more I feel that I don't know. So
Yeah.
it has to be like a continuous learning for everyone, especially for me. I think
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. I love that. Okay, that's super nice. So you've got like a little community, you said. Do you think that's key to your success?
it is
Oh, brilliant.
absolutely.
And they're friends of yours, or just like, would you say they're colleagues, or just like are they ladies? Are they gents? Like, where are they from?
Yes, yeah. There are some ladies. There are some gents too in the community. Some of them are actually with Traderscale, and some of them are with FTMO.
Oh, another prop
There's
and
another one, but we all wanted to make sure that we're all together in Traderscale.
oh, brilliant. That's good. It's nice to actually have someone on here saying they got some lady friend traders because usually if I get a girl on here, they're like, I just trade on my own. And all my mates are not really, kind of interested in that. And it's like a little bit like, well, okay. So you like you let's talk about a little bit about your strategy. What sort of stuff do you use, like indicators, and do you use any indicators, or what pair do you trade, for example?
It's usually just when there is news,
Okay. You're a news trade fundamental trader then.
but I have to be very careful when there is news because that's when the market is like absolutely very volatile.
Yeah, you got to be careful. 100%. Be careful with that. But yeah, I guess if you're making the money on the news, then just stick to it. If it's not broken, the system is working. So yeah. So yeah, would you say you're more fundamentals based then, or technical analysis based?
No, just fundamental one.
Really? Okay. So what sort of stuff do you look at? Do you look at myfxbook.com? Do you think that's key? And looking at the differences in the red folder prices and looking at historical events and stuff like that. Is that sort of stuff you do, or?
That's correct.
That's interesting because I literally don't do any of that. I look at where the red folders are, and maybe I'll make the stop loss a bit bigger if there is a red folder. But I don't. I have no idea what folders mean or anything. I don't know. I don't know what this could mean for that. I just think that it could go either way. That's my thing on it. But if my technicals
Yeah.
are right, then it should go in my direction. That's how I do it. So you're completely the opposite of that. So
Yeah.
fast forward to now, what does the perfect trade look like for you today?
I think the perfect trade would be something not to be riding on the CPIs anymore.
Okay, okay, cool.
That's where I got usually.
Okay, okay, okay. That's fine. That's fine. So are you still evolving your style, would you say?
Yes. Yes,
Nice.
absolutely.
Nice. What kind of markets do you focus on? Do you say would you trade gold?
Yes.
You're a gold trader.
Golds
Do you trade it?
and
Are you trade anything
BTC.
else?
I have a small brokerage account as well that I trade just some stocks.
That you say you traded gold, if I remember. Any other forex with Traderscale or any other indices or anything like that?
Yes. Yeah.
And what
So
what
GBP, USD, Euro,
oh,
USD.
oh nice, you trade the US dollar pair as well. And how are you finding that with Trump's tariffs and stuff, like, and all the crazy stuff that's going on over there?
Well, obviously because of the tariff, the war and everything, it's just like going up and down.
Yeah, yeah,
Even
yeah.
Dow Jones, TSX.
No, crazy. Yeah, so yeah, no, it's literally crazy. I haven't really traded USD pairs in a long time, but yeah, it's just wild. Then all of a sudden he strikes a trade deal. It looks like it's going that way, like dollars going down. Then all of a sudden he strikes a trade deal with China, and then it's going the other way. So
That's right.
it's like that. Then it's bullish. It was like okay, so it was looking like a nice downtrend to catch some sales on, and then all of a sudden, bang, it's gone the other way now. It's just like, hmm, interesting. So I don't know whether he's told his mates about this and got in and made them some money, but that's. So how do you manage risk compared to back when you started? What would you say you do differently? Do you do anything differently? Are you completely the same as the last time I spoke to you?
No, it's lower now. I
Yeah,
kind of
no.
mellow now.
Oh, you mellowed down a little bit. Okay, well that's fine because it seems to be working. So, like you said, you were evolving your style as well. So that's great. Very interesting.
Yeah.
So, if you could sit down now, back with your beginner self on day one, what's the one thing you'd say?
I would say to try and stay hungry with continuous learning.
Right.
The only way for us to move forward is to continuously learn from, the mentors, the the more experienced people.
Yeah. No, 100%. I totally agree with that. If you stop, you're gonna get stuck. You know what I mean? You got to keep digesting the information. I think that's a really good answer. So something to do differently? Anything to do you would do it differently now, knowing what
Well, encourage more friends to
encourage more
go.
friends.
Yeah, encourage more friends to go with Trader Scale.
I encouraged a
The
lot.
more friends you have in the group, the
Yeah,
more I feel more encouraged.
yeah. I think there's only like 4 or 5 people that I trade with, but like in 2 different groups. But we basically have we all got different kind of styles. And one of my mates is just a savage. He takes like 2 or 3 trades a day, but he does short-term trades and I do like long-term swings. But like I said, we've got our different pairs. He's good at US 30 and GJ, and I'm kind of good at DAX, like the G40. So yeah, I think that like encouraging friends though is quite difficult also because I've encouraged some of my friends like back at home, and they're like, "Nah, I don't like it. It's scammy. Like, it's all a
Oh,
yeah, it's a little bit like that. Like, as in to do with like just trading in general. Like, some of my mates were like, "Nah, don't like that." I'm like, "You can do it if and you just got to learn. You just gotta like and avoid all the. I always give my friends kind of advice on the best way to like navigate through all the Instagram BS. So I always say, right, don't do that, do this and go with this guy or this guy because they're the better ones. You know what I mean? Because it is quite hard to navigate the first year or two. I found it, I was going around in circles, like watching this, losing. Yeah. But so any mindset tips for our viewers?
just continue. If you have this growth mindset, I think you're on the right track.
Okay. So just mindset, continuous learning. Love that. Love that. So anything you wish that you knew early on? Anything at all?
I wish I had learned trader scale early on.
Well, that's a good answer. And I didn't, guys, just let you know, I didn't tell her to say that either. She came out with that on her own. So we'll do a quick fire round now. So finish with that. So, did you read any trading books?
Now I just read the whatever's in the news,
Okay,
Yahoo Finance and all that stuff.
okay,
Because
that's
I'm
cool.
I'm still working full time and then studying full time too. So
Okay, okay.
whenever I have like a chance to sit down, just scroll through.
Yeah, nice, nice. What, Yahoo Finance? All right. I haven't had that one before. One non-trading habit that helped you probably with trading.
Non-trading habit.
Yeah, anything. Could be anything like, I don't know, drinking a cup of coffee or I don't know, anything.
Walk.
Walking.
Take a
All right.
walk.
All right.
Get a breath of fresh air.
Yeah. Okay, I lost
Because
that one.
sometimes you
Go get
feel
a
so
walk.
overwhelmed. You're losing the trade. Okay, let me just try to walk around and see what it feels like and maybe get a fresh start again.
Ah, nice. Okay, good. So let's talk about your worst trade ever.
We was the 4,001.
Yeah.
Just one single trade and it was a wrong lot size.
Really? Oh, it was like early on in your learning.
Yeah,
Learning stuff.
a lot size.
The worst. I did it on gold as well. I think I put a 5 lot on. I meant for a point or a 0.05 lot on, and I just my account just went straight away. I'd have a margin call. I was like, wow. But yeah, that was first couple of months learning. So what about your best trade ever then? Let's put a positive spin on it.
Still is gold the same way,
Yeah, same way,
but
but
a lower lot size.
lower lot size. Unfortunately, imagine it was a bigger one. So is there anyone that inspires you inside or outside of trading?
One of my previous client was I was working at a global investment firm, and he wanted to buy a plane. I'm like, how does he do that?
Yeah. Wow. But
Like out of the blue, how does he do that? And then the next thing I know, apart from his investments with the bank, he was also trading,
okay, there you go
but,
then.
but with a different prop firm.
Okay, yeah. So that's how he bought the plane.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So that's someone who inspires you. That makes sense. I mean, that would probably inspire me. I'm like, how the hell did he do that? So thank you again, Christina, for coming on. That was episode 2 of Cristina Gooc, guys, and she's been absolutely smashing it with us. And she's this is the second time we've had her on, and she's one of our most consistent traders. So thank you, Christina, for coming on.
Thanks, Alex.
And guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you found anything in this like meaningful or helpful. And let us know if you got any questions you'd like us to ask some of the traders. Just drop a comment below or let us know on social media. And ciao for now.